Welcome to Rocksolid Productions, where you have not entered the Twilight Zone. This is an Xbox One playing in this room, and we are going to talk about the upgrade battery packs for the Xbox controllers from Rapthor. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, Gary here with Rocksolid Productions. Now before we get started with this review here that we have going on today with the Rapthor batteries, I just want to take a second and say thank you for stopping by and checking out what we have going on here today. I really do appreciate it. If you like what you see here, I invite you to check out some of the other videos that we have here on the channel. And if you really like what you see here, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification. And what I want to know from you, I'm not an Xbox fan by any stretch of the imagination. What's your favorite Xbox franchise? Could be from the original Xbox, the 360, or the One platform. I want to know what your favorite series on this platform has been. So the folks from Rapthor have sent me 2 sets of rechargeable batteries for the Xbox controller. And the Xbox controller, quite honestly, is why I don't play the Xbox more. I understand that it has a very similar look and feel to the Nintendo Pro controller. It's different enough in key places that I just don't care for this controller very much. One of the other things I don't like about this controller is the fact that with a lot of use and whatnot, you go through quite a few batteries as you are playing with this controller. That's what Rapthor looks to go ahead and kind of solve with their 2 battery kits that they have here. There's a 2500 milliamp kit and there is a 2800 milliamp kit. So what we're going to do, we're going to take both of these, throw them on the bench. We're going to see how they come out of the box, check out the accessories, check out the fitment in the controllers, and we're going to kind of give you our final view on these guys. Let's get started. Looking at both boxes, you can see obviously different shapes, even though it's the same shape of the battery. We have a 2500 milliamp versus a 2800 milliamp battery. This one on the box says it's nickel metal. I'm leaning to think this is nickel metal as well, but we'll find out in a moment. Let's open up the 2500 first. And I was being a bit facetious when I talked about replacing AA's on the Xbox controller. I know on the 360 and the original, well actually just on the 360, it was a pretty big issue where you would have to go through batteries on the regular. So this looks like it is your charging cable, and that is, ooh, it's actually nice to see here. I'm gonna set that there, but if we look closely, that is a USB-C. So very nice to see that. Looking at the charging base itself, and this isn't exactly a poly bag, it almost feels like one of those styrofoamy kind of bags. So there you can see, and it does have contacts on the top and the bottom. So we will check these guys out here. So with nickel metal hydrides, unlike a lithium polymer or lithium ion, you will need to drain them occasionally still from time to time to ensure maximum life. You can see the model number, voltage is 2.4 volts, capacity 2500 milliamps for 6 watt hours. So now bringing in the OEM Xbox battery pack, one thing I wanted to point out right there, this is only a 1400 milliamp. So this being a 2500, you should get nearly twice the usage per charge. Now, if I lay the battery in that way, negative is in the top left. If I lay it in that way, negative is in the top left. But we are going to check the manual just to make sure that there's no, I mean, obviously polarity is not an issue, but if there's any other circuitry or anything like that, that you need to put it in the charger in a specific orientation. And here you can see exact same as the first one we popped out, and the user guide. So looking at what's in the box, you get 2 of the batteries, the dual fast channel charger. So basically they're calling the fact that you can put 2 different batteries in 2 channels. If you only could put 1 battery in, it would be 1 channel. And then the USB 2.0 to USB-C cable, 2500 2.4 volt rechargeable nickel metal hydride, no heavy metals, and environmentally friendly. Looking over it here, it says input 5 volt 2 amp required, output 1000 milliamp or 1 amp. Takes about 3 hours to fully charge. LED display, no load is green, charging is red, fully charged is green with the batteries in there. Battery failed, green and red flickering. and then gives you directions to put it into the controller. And then for the charging, does not say that you have to hook it up specifically one way or the other. And then Rapthor does offer a free gift when you do go ahead and leave them a review on Amazon. The USB-C charging port is on the top of the charger here, right above the name. Plug this guy in, we should see the LEDs cycle. And there we go. And we are going to put battery 1 in. Snaps in, and there you can see the LED went to red. Now we will put the second one in. LED turns to red. We're going to set this aside. We're going to unbox the second 2800 milliamp battery packs. I knew that this said nickel metal hydride somewhere, so this is again a nickel metal hydride battery, 2800 milliamps, so it should have longer capacity. I'll set these guys aside again, and we've got another charge cable. Also USB-C. Now this charger looks virtually the same, and I want to double check that if they are the same charging unit and it's just using different batteries in this pack. Does it have, so this is CB0001, and that is also CB0001, DC 5 volt 2 amp input, DC 3 volt 1 amp by 2 output. Yeah, same charger. So the main difference between these two kits literally is the capacity on the batteries. They're both nickel metal hydrides. They are both the same charger. Let's see how these guys look, if they look any different. The main difference is it has the 2800 milliamp right on the face of it versus, and I'm going to unplug the charger here for a second. These guys just have the Rapthor on the front. So here you can see, you know, this actually has your capacity where those don't. Again, this reminds me very much of an RC battery, quite honestly. So I'm not going to go through the same depth in the manual because it should be pretty much the same. Main difference here is we are calling out 2800 milliamp, suitable for the Xbox One, the One S, and the X. Do not mix with any primary lithium ion or other brands. That's true. If you have other types of rechargeable batteries, do not use this with LiPo or lithium ion. You could cause a very bad fire. That's not hyperbole, that is legit. When you mix chargers, chemistry type, that's not a good thing. Charges 1 to 2 batteries. Let's see, output does require that 2 amps, so be careful of that. Same LED, I mean, that's all the same. So let's check and see how these fit in the charger. Should be pretty similar. Yep, good solid snap there. And then to pop it out just like that. I do also want to check both of them to see what the fitment in the controller itself are like. One thing I would say too, if you ever buy, you know, 2 different capacity batteries, just use this charger with these, this charger with these. Don't mix the capacities up. It's hard to say as far as if it will balance charge properly, or not balance charge, but charge properly left to right if you are using different capacities. So here is my Xbox One, one of my 2 Xbox One X controllers, and I actually don't have the battery in here right now. And then I want to check and see the fitment here on, this is the smaller battery, this is the 2500 milliamp. And actually, so positive, negative, so goes in right like that. Cover fitment is decent. Let's check out the higher capacity battery, see if there's, you know, since sometimes they can actually have a slightly larger cell casing. Yeah, it fits just fine. Weight feel, I mean, negligible difference between the 25 and the 2800 milliamp, but overall this will get you better battery life per charge than what the stock 1400 milliamp batteries will for the Xbox One, Xbox One S, and Xbox One X controllers. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I like the 2-tone LEDs and everything, let you know right where you're at with your charging status and everything too. Let's wrap things up. So there you have our look at the Rapthor 2800 milliamp and 2500 milliamp replacement batteries for the Xbox One series of controllers. What do I think? Well, first of all, why they rock. I think the charger itself, the fact that it's USB-C, that's very nice. The fact you get 2 batteries in here and not just one, even if you are, only playing games on your own, you always have a backup charged and at the go. I like the fact the LEDs change color to indicate your charge status. It is a 1 amp charge rate. Actually, I kind of wish that was a little bit higher. I understand why for a consumer electronics good, why they reduced the charge rate on here. Normally for a 2800 milliamp battery, I'd be charging it like 3 amps, 4 amps, at least in my RC stuff. I do like the fact that they do include that USB-C charge cable as well. And I know you'll never see it, but I like the aesthetics of the label and everything. These actually look pretty decent. Plus, on the 2500 milliamp battery, you're going to nearly double your life per charge over the stock 1400 milliamp battery. And on the 2800 milliamp battery, you will double your life per charge on that battery. What do I think could be improved about this? I do wish that they did include a power supply of some type to charge this. Now, I have plenty, so it's not a huge deal, but adding an external power supply would have made it that much better. An LED on the battery that if you tap something on the battery that would indicate the charge level would be really nice as well. There's no way to tell on the battery, is this charged, is it not charged? If you plug it into the charger, it will give you a status depending on charge, not charge, as we covered in the manual. And finally, nickel metal hydride. I really would like to see lithium ion or lithium polymer at this point. You don't have the memory issues. It's more environmentally friendly. It holds its charge better. They're lighter than what nickel metals are as well. But some people may want the extra heft and weight of a nickel metal hydride battery. Overall, again, I'm not a huge Xbox fan, but this is one of those things that now I have 4 batteries that I can cycle in and out. I may actually come back and play Rare Replay a few more times than what I have to this point. But these are just my opinions. Let me know what you think down below in the comment section. I realize I am treading into uncharted waters, not being an Xbox fan, talking about Xbox stuff, but knowing batteries like I do in the world of RC stuff, there's a lot to like here. Some things that could have been improved, like I mentioned too. Let me know what you think down in the comments section, and if you have any other comments or questions, as always, you can feel free to email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Twitter at RockSolidStudios. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions and Instagram at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. Now, if you do want to pick up either of these battery sets, either the 2500 milliamp or the 2800 milliamp, go with the 2800 milliamp. It's just a couple bucks more and you get 300 more milliamp capacity. Just go with the higher capacity, trust me. I will have a link down below in a pinned post to where you could get either of these through our Amazon affiliate link. Now, I'm sorry there's no discount or anything like that associated with that, but if you do buy using that link, it actually does help support the channel. Speaking of support the channel, if you wanted to do so, there's a couple different ways that you can. First and foremost, head on over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid for as little as $1 a month, $12 a year. You can get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube where you can get exciting and fun badges and whatnot. Same exclusive early access to our video content there, and that starts at $1.99 a month, and we have a couple different tiers as well on there. And then finally, if you want to help support the channel by picking up some merchandise, check out our Teespring store on screen right now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and more, all featuring the Rock Solid Productions logo on a different retro style cartridge. And like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I want to know what is your favorite Xbox series of all time, regardless of Xbox 360 or Xbox One. And also, like I mentioned at the top of this video, if you like what you see here, if you want to see more, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification. That way you are kept up to date with everything that we have going on here with the channel. I do want to thank Rapthor for sending us these batteries for us to check out. I really do appreciate it. Again, I will have a link down below to a pin post where you can check them out. I am Gary, and this has been Rocksolid Productions and our look at the Rapthor 2500 milliamp and 2800 milliamp replacement nickel metal hydride batteries and charger for the Xbox series of controllers. I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.